Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Harmony One. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at Harmony One on the daily chart, as always, we still have the same Fibonacci retracement with the swing high in January last year and the swing low June 2021. And if you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, there's going to be a link down below in the description. Make sure you watch that video to learn how I use the Fib retracement in my technical analysis, as I do it in every single video. So it's an integral part of my TA. And if you want to know how to do that, like I said, check out the video and come back to watch this one. So Harmony One having a very nice uptrend as pretty much all the altcoins across the board. And we're getting very overextended here. So this is looking a bit unhealthy at this point. So if you still want to take some profits and potentially buy back in at the 20 EMA, that would be a pretty nice swing trade, almost 13%. So you can buy back 13% cheaper. And what we've done here essentially is we ran into the 1.414 resistance level based off of the Fib retracement. And from there, if you took some profits and you can buy back in this support block, in this purple support block here, so that would have been a very nice 18%, 20% move that you could have taken advantage of. Now, I don't own any Harmony One tokens, but I have swing traded some of my altcoins. All of those swing trades will be shared on Patreon, so the link to that is going to be down below in the description. So the 20 EMA here on the daily chart is currently sitting at 0.01602 cents, and that's exactly in the purple support block. So I think that's going to be the area where we're going to retrace at least for a healthy retest, right? We want to backtest the 20 EMA and bounce off of that to continue the uptrend. Our next target afterwards is going to be the 1.272 at 0.02695 cents. So that's what we're looking at in terms of our targets midterm. But if we see a stronger pullback with Bitcoin, obviously altcoins will get dragged down alongside Bitcoin. And at that point, I think we might come back down to retest the yellow support trend line here, or even the teal support trend line. They're kind of crossing here. On February 1st, we might see that pullback because of the FOMC meeting. We might have a 50 BPS hike in the interest rates. If not, if we see a 25 basis points hike, that is going to be okay. And that is already priced into the markets right now, because everyone is expecting a 25 basis points hike. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to get, but still you have to be ready for all outcomes. And plus, crypto is getting a bit overheated right now, so we do need some sort of a pullback. So if we get that 50 BPS hike, we might see a stronger pullback for crypto, and you might see some altcoins pull back 20-30% maybe even, and that's going to be providing us with a great buying opportunity for coins like Harmony One. So for your immediate support, obviously the 20 EMA, if I show you this little channel down pattern that we had here, as you can see, we had a little fake out down below and then we broke out, and this is a pretty strong move. So Harmony One went 120% since the low in December. So less than a month and we've done 120% on a project like Harmony One. This is a very good opportunity to make some money, obviously. And yeah, so that's regarding Harmony One for the short term. Long term, obviously, we're looking to set a new Fibonacci retracement. Potentially, if this is going to be our all-time low for Harmony One, or rather our low for this bear market, then what we can do is we can drop the Fibonacci retracement from this low that we printed in December, and we can drag it all the way up to the high that we printed in January 2022. And then our 1.618 target for the next bull market is going to be at $3.68. But for now, we can't do that because we did not get the confirmation of the bottom. So I think the confirmation will come only after we break the August high, and not only for Harmony One, but we need to see that on Bitcoin as well. So we need to see the August high broken for Bitcoin, which is at $5,000. So once that has been broken and we continue and we have a nice back test of support, I think then we can safely say that the bottom has been printed. But you also have to consider that we can have a black swan event out of nowhere. That's why you need to have your spare cash ready at all times, because if that happens and we see these 60 to 70% pullbacks on all of the altcoins, that is going to be a brilliant time to be buying into your favorite altcoins. So for now, I wouldn't be buying into Harmony One. I would wait for a pullback. Like I said, immediate support is the purple support block here in the 20 EMA. If you fail to hold that, I would look at the 55 EMA, the yellow support trend line here at 0.01359, and the teal support trend line. Now, the teal support trend line, as you can see, we've been retesting multiple times ever since July 2022. Then we lost it here in November. We back tested as resistance, went even lower, and right now we've broken above, and we need to see the back test of support, hopefully, to continue with this move. And also that would be a nice head and shoulders pattern playing out potentially, or an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So let's see what happens there. But like I said, right now I would not be buying in, as we're getting pretty overextended. This is pretty much a parabolic move to the upside. And anyone who bought in here taking profits right now would be smart. If I had some Harmony One tokens, I would take profits here and I would buy back at the 20 EMA. But obviously that's not a financial advice. Taking a look at the daily RSI, let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, we had a nice retest. We had a very nice retest off of this support block that I gave you around about 23 on the RSI. We've retested that multiple times since April 2022. Every time we had a retest, we had a move to the upside. And look at this move to the upside, guys. If you bought in this little area here that I showed you in the videos that I've been making on Harmony One in the past couple of months, you would have bought in here, and look at the profits that you could have taken. This is incredible. Like I said, 2x, more than 2x in less than a month. And right now we're holding above the previous resistance, but I don't think this is sustainable over time. Obviously, you're going to see a pullback, and once you do that, that's where you can buy back in. And I would say if you're looking to buy, let's see what sort of support level that we can see here. So you could potentially look at buying back at this support trend line, which was a previous resistance for us. So we've retested this as resistance multiple times since July. We had 2 fake outs, but you could come back down to this level here and buy back around about the RSI of 46, 47. But I would wait for a pullback before buying. That's all I'm saying. And if you see another move into the oversold, just like you did over here in December, into this support block, I think that's going to be another great buying opportunity. We also have this yellow support block, and that's something that we've retested multiple times since April 2021, but that is more of a medium support block, if you know what I mean. This is not your typical, or this is your typical pullback, right? You come back down to this area, you have a move to the upside, okay, but these oversold points, these are the best entry points for a project. And let's see if we can get those before we get into the bull market, which I think we probably will. Now let's move over to the Binance chart. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. So jumping into Harmony One on the weekly chart here, as you can see, we have been in this falling wedge. We had a little fake out here in December, and now we're breaking out of the falling wedge, and our technical target for now is at 0.03077 cents. So from where we are right now, that would be another 66 or 67% of profit. And I don't think we're going to get there immediately, right? I do think we're going to see some sort of a pullback. You're breaking above this support block that I gave you, and you're between 0.01714 and 0.01317. So from this support block, I think this support block is a great entry, and if we see any more capitulations, and obviously you know my targets to the downside, this level at 0.00773 is an incredible entry point in my opinion, because that would be retesting the December 2019 high that we had, and we have sort of retested, you could say, the August 2020 high, because we've even come down even lower than that, because the high of August 2020 is the bottom of the support block here, and we've gone below the support block, obviously. So we had a little fake out from the falling wedge, and now we're breaking to the upside. We're failing to break above the 20 EMA, so that's quite a negative sign, because if you fail to break through that resistance level, you're going to see a pullback, and I think we could be looking at a potential retracement here to this particular local low that we printed in November of 2020. Okay, so let me just bring that down, and let me change the color of that trend line, because I don't think you can see that. So that yellow support trend line there is going to be something that we could be targeting for re-entries at 0.01493. So if you see a pullback, then that's where you could set up some buy limit orders. That's a 20% pullback from where we are right now. So like I said, if you're looking for a swing trade, this could be the one. But like I said, you have to be careful with swing trades. Only when you're very, very overextended are they safe. And regarding the RSI here, as you can see, we do have a strong move to the upside. Usually you see pullbacks after strong moves like this, because we're not in a bull market, and I don't think this is sustainable over time. What we could also do is have some sort of a, let's get this resistance block here. So this is a pretty strong resistance block that we have right now. We've retested this level multiple times as both support and resistance, as you can see. In the last almost 2 years, or year and a half, and we may see a move all the way into that area. So that is anywhere between the RSI of 50 and the RSI level at 46.5. So 50 to 46.5, that's where we could run into, and then we can see a pullback. So if we see the continuation of this trend, even if we don't see a pullback in February, we might obviously peak out in March, then have a pullback, and then have another fake out in August, and then another pullback, and then we go into the bull market. That's potentially what could be happening here. But I do think towards the end of 2023, we're going to be seeing the same picture we did in 2019, 2020, when you were kind of gearing up for the bull market. The MACD is looking pretty good right now. The bullish cross we got in July still playing out very nicely, but we did see a pullback from that July bullish cross on the MACD. On the price action, we saw a pullback of, wait, what's going on here? We saw a pullback of around about 46%. So that's why you don't trade only based off of the MACD. You need to combine it with other indicators. And right now, the stochastic is starting to get bullish. We're starting to break out of this oversold zone. The RSI is starting to move up. These are good times to be entering projects, obviously. But not right now, but these are the times where projects are starting to break above resistance lines. So I think we might see some sort of a move into March as well. But we have been expecting this move to the upside in January or December. We were expecting it here on the channel. We've been talking about it for multiple months, and right now we're finally getting it, and we have some nice juicy swing trades at our hand. So if I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Patreon. All of those things linked down below. Thank you and goodbye.